Welcome back to another segment of Dishin' on Daytime. We're back in our studio kitchen with Chef Emily. Hi. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Tell us what you're making for us today.
So we're making a really easy main course dinner.
Okay.
So this is honey garlic chicken breast.
Ooh.
Very easy, looks fancy, very not.
Okay.
All right, so I've got 2 chicken cutlets here, and I'm gonna put them into the Ziploc bag. So we've just got flour and garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And while I'm tossing this, I've got a couple tablespoons of olive oil and a couple tablespoons of butter in here. Okay?
The Holy Grail.
Yes. So olive oil has a higher smoke point than butter, which means that it burns slower. It would burn slower than butter. So the olive oil is there to sort of insulate the butter so that it doesn't burn as fast, and we get all the delicious flavor of the butter in there.
Nice.
So now these are nice and well dredged,
yes.
okay?
Oh,
so
well dredged.
Well dredged. So I'm gonna lay these in here. You want it to have a little sizzle when you lay it in the oil. You want it to make some sounds. Because these are very thin, these will probably cook all the way through when we're doing it like this. But if they're a little thicker, do not worry. We're going to finish them off in our lovely sauce.
Okay.
So, could you chuck this for me?
Sure can.
Thank you, sous chef. So now, I'm just gonna turn this up a little bit so we get some nice browning on the outside.
Turn it up.
What we're doing, we're going to caramelize the outside. The flour that we dredged it in is going to brown a little bit, and that's called the Maillard reaction.
The Maillard reaction.
Yes, that's the scientific reaction when things brown and get more delicious. It's what happens when you caramelize onions. It's what happens when you caramelize sugar, and it's what happens when you sear a piece of meat.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're learning new things here.
Yes. So now we've got this. It's sort of coming up a little bit cooked on the outside. So I'm going to flip these over. Looking good so far.
Okay, yeah.
And here's another thing that I like to tell people at class a lot, is that there's no hard and fast rule about how many times you need to turn something over.
That's right.
You know,
You
gotta
just gotta feel it.
You gotta flip it over. You can turn it back over. Nobody's gonna be standing over your shoulder doing that. So,
I mean, if you were at the NFCI, maybe, but...
no, we're only standing over your shoulder to help you.
That's right, okay.
Absolutely. So these look good. We don't need to get them all the way cooked here. So I'm going to remove them to our little pan right over here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start building our sauce. So these chicken breasts go right here. And to this, we're gonna add some more of our favorite ingredient. We've got some more butter.
More butter.
So pan sauce, this is a quick thing, so we're gonna get this melted. Gonna turn this up a little bit. And if you're making a lot of these chicken breasts for like a whole family or something, I would brown them all and then start the sauce at the end. So you don't need to do a sauce for each one. So this smells delicious already.
It does.
This flour has gotten nice and brown in here, and that's gonna help thicken the sauce a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got butter. I'm gonna add 2 cloves of garlic. Go ahead, perfect. And we only need to stir this for about 30 seconds until it gets nice and fragrant in here.
It's already smelling.
It's already smelling so good. So to this, to add a little bit of thickness and some glossiness and some sweetness, we've got our honey in here.
Gotta add the gloss.
Yep, it's gonna look awesome. All right, so now we've got butter, honey, garlic. That's great. But it might feel a little bit one note. All right, so we're gonna need a little salt, and we're gonna use...
They're a little dimensional.
Yes, we're gonna use some soy sauce. And this will help darken the sauce and also give us that salt that we need.
Oh, yummy.
And to give it a little zing, we're gonna use some apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Okay. So this goes like that.
Zing.
Zing! So this is gonna thicken up really nicely and gloss coat the sauce. It's gonna look awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
So I've got some chicken breast here, and we're just gonna throw it in here. All right. So these look great. These I cooked all the way through.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna swirl this around, and then you can take this spoon and very gently you can baste all those delicious sauces all over that. So we're gonna heat the chicken back up, and as the sauce reduces, it's gonna soak into that dredge, that little bit of flour that's on the outside. This can be easily made gluten-free if you change the flour out for cornstarch.
Oh, okay.
Do the same thing. You don't need to change any of the rest of the ingredients, except make sure the soy sauce is gluten-free.
We're making sure everybody eats.
Absolutely. So this looks wonderful, delicious. The sauce is thickening up a little bit. If you over-reduce it and the sauce gets a little too thick, you can just throw some water, maybe a little bit of chicken stock in there.
Okay.
All right, so this looks awesome. I'm gonna turn this off.
About how long does it cook for?
About 4 or 5 minutes till the sauce. I'll teach you another culinary trick, okay?
Okay.
So if the sauce is on the back of a spoon like this, and you can go like that and it doesn't run together, that's a good texture for a sauce.
Okay.
Okay, that's a trick.
There you go.
So now we've got
Write that down.
this gorgeous chicken breast right here. And we can just take some of this sauce and ladle it over. A little bit of scallions on top would be wonderful. Serve this with some rice or some mashed potatoes.
Some potatoes.
A little bit of green beans.
Yes.
Let's cut us a piece. I want to try this.
Okay.
So, this is going to be awesome. There you go. There's a piece for you.
Okay.
Let's try this out. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like that a
So
lot.
good. I do
Right?
love that. Some
So easy.
broccoli, some rice.
Oh, little sesame seeds on top? Over the top.
That wasn't too bad. Do you think our viewers can make this at home?
I think you can.
We believe in you, and we've got the recipe over on our website. Chef Emily, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors at the Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. If you want to make this at home, you can find the full recipe on our website, daytimebuffalo.com.